Hey, welcome back guys. So today on this video, we are talking about authorized users, and more specifically, I'm going to answer a question I've been getting a lot recently on one of my other videos, and that is, how do you add an authorized user to your credit card? So let's go ahead and talk about this. First off guys, this is going to be a really quick video. Oftentimes there's not too many steps involved, so be sure to stick around to the end of the video. But why would you even want to add an authorized user to your credit card? Well, that's pretty easy. Maybe one of your employees needs access to a credit card to pay for gas or supplies for the business. Whatever the case is, it's a pretty easy process, but it does vary from bank to bank depending on who you have your credit card with. So there's generally going to be a few different options. If you're going to be adding an authorized user to your credit card, you can generally call into customer service, which can be kind of annoying, especially going through the IVR system. However, some banks do allow you to go ahead and add an authorized user right through their app. So for example, Chase I know does, and Citibank also does allow you to add an authorized user through the app. Also, another thing you want to consider is depending on what credit card you have, sometimes when you add an authorized user into your credit card account, there are no fees attached to it. However, sometimes there are fees. So for example, I have the Chase Sapphire credit card, which has a lot of different benefits that comes with it, but they do charge $75 a year for me to add another authorized user. As opposed to my other Chase credit card or another Citi credit card, there is no fee. You just add the person in. So make sure you know what the fees are before you add an authorized user in. But let me show you a couple examples. I'm going to go ahead and open up my Chase account. This blue and white one right here. Okay guys, I went ahead and opened up my Chase account. This is the home screen here. You can see I have two credit cards with Chase. So if you want to add an authorized user in your Chase account, all you're going to do is just choose which credit card you want to add an authorized user to. On my Chase Sapphire, like I said, they do charge $75. On my Chase Freedom, there is no fee. So let me go ahead and click on my Chase Freedom. Okay guys, I went ahead and clicked there on my Chase Freedom card, and it's going to show you a little bit of information about your account. However, in order to add an authorized user, if it's a Chase credit card, you're going to scroll down until you see Manage Accounts. Once you click there, you will see another drop-down menu, and you need to look for this line right here called Add an Authorized User. Okay, so here they're going to give you a little bit of information on what it means to add an authorized user. You can see there's a $75 fee. It's a Chase Sapphire. Also, it lets you know they do not need a credit check in order to get a credit card as an authorized user on your account. It helps them build their credit. So I'm going to click on Get Started. Okay, next, your credit card's going to ask for their name, their last name, and their date of birth. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that in off screen. Okay, so I went ahead and entered in an authorized user's name and date of birth, and I'm going to click on this blue Next button. Okay, next they are going to ask for that person's mailing address, and that's for their records at Chase, but also to report to the credit bureaus. So I'm going to go ahead and enter that in off screen. Okay, I went ahead and entered in their address. I'm going to click on this blue Next button here at the bottom. Okay, next Chase lets me know that for security reasons, they're going to send the authorized user's credit card to my address, and then I would need to forward it on to that person. If you need to ship it directly to them or to a different address, you have to call in through customer service. For me, that's okay. So I'm going to click on this blue Next button here at the bottom. Okay, next you get the screen asking you to review the information, and then they do give you a warning if you're setting up some sort of fraudulent or the information doesn't match up correctly, they can shut your account down. If all that looks good to you and you still want to go ahead and add an authorized user, if it's a Chase account, click on Add Authorized User. I'm not going to do that because this person doesn't actually need a credit card. So most banks have a similar service to this. I checked with my Citibank and it's basically the same thing as well. If for some reason your bank doesn't have a form like this for you to fill out to add an authorized user into your credit card, unfortunately you will need to call into customer service. Also, there are some banks, depending on what type of credit card you have, they do not allow authorized users, especially if it's a subprime credit card or a low credit limit. If that's the case, then maybe you want to ask your bank if you can switch over to a credit card that allows you to add an authorized user. So there you have it, guys. If you're wondering how to add an authorized user into your credit card account, that's the easiest way I know how to do it. If you know an easier way, be sure to leave a comment below. Let the rest of us know how you did it. Hopefully you found that video useful. If so, click thumbs up or maybe consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks again for watching.